I'm going to read The Little Prince. It's a little bit sleepy after having lunch. Chapter 8. I soon learned to know this flower better. When the little prince applied the flowers, they had always been very simple. They had only one ring of petals. They took up no room at all. They were trouble to nobody. One morning they would appear in the grass, and by night they would have faded peacefully away. But one day, from a sea brown, from no one knew where, a new flower had come up. And the little prince had watched it very closely over this small sprout, which was not like any other small sprouts on this planet. It might seem to have been a new kind of baobab. The shrub soon stopped growing and began to get ready to produce a flower. The little prince who was present at the first appearance of a huge bird. The fact had once that some sort of miraculous apparition must emerge from it, but the flower was not satisfied to complete the preparations for her beauty in the shelter of her green chamber. She chose her colors with the greatest care. She adjusted the petals one by one. She did not wish to go out into the world or lumple like the field for fish. It was only in the full radiance of her beauty that she wished to appear. Oh yeah, she was a precious creature. And a mysterious adornment lasted for days and days. Then, one morning, exactly at sunlight, she suddenly showed herself. And after working with all this painstaking precision, she yawned and said, "Oh, I'm scarcely awake. I beg that you will excuse me. My petals are still all disarranged." But a little twist could not restrain these admirations. "Oh, how beautiful you are! Am I not?" The flowers responded sweetly, and I was born at the same moment as the sun. The little prince could guess easily enough that she was not too modest. But how moving and exciting she was! "I think it is time for breakfast," she added an instant later. "If you would have the kindness to think of my needs." And the little prince, completely abashed, wanted to look for a sprinkling can of fresh water, so he tended the flower. So she began very quickly to torment him with her planet, which was, if the truth be known, a little difficult to deal with this one day. For instance, when she was speaking of her four thorns, and she tells the little prince, "But tigers come with clothes." "There are no tigers on my planet," the little prince objected, "and anyways, tigers do not eat weeds." "I'm not a weed," the flower replied sweetly. "Please excuse me, I'm not at all afraid of tigers. She went on, "But I have a horrible draughts. I suppose you wouldn't have a scream for me." "A horrible draught? That is bad luck for a planet," remarked the little prince, and added to himself, "This flower is a very complex creature, and now I want you to put me under a grass below. It's so very cold and where you live in the place I came from." But she interrupted herself at that point. She had come in the form of a seed, and she could not have known anything of any other words, embarrassed of having let herself to be called on the verge of such naive untruth, so she coughed 2 or 3 times in order to put the little prince in the hall. "To scream! I was just going to look for it when you spoke to me." Then she forced her cough a little more, so that he should affronted moved just the same. He was refused in spite of all the good that was inseparable from his love, and had soon come to doubt her. He had taken seriously the words, and which were without importance, and it made him very uneasy. I would not to have listened to her. He confided this to me one day. One never ought to listen to the flowers. One should simply look at them and then breathe their fragrance. The mind perfumed all my planet. But I did not know how to take pleasure in all her grace and dissolute tales of the clouds, which disturbed me so much. Should only have filled my heart with the tenderness and the pity. And he continued his confidence. The fact is that I did not know how to understand anything, so I ought to have judged by deeds and not by words. The guest of the fragrance and the radiance of me. I ought never to have flown it from her. I ought to have guessed all the affection that lay behind, the fool with the stays. The flowers are so inconstant, but I was too young to know how to love her. Flowers are so inconsistent, but I was too young to know how to love her. Well done.